Hi everyone, Andrew here for ABELI Reviews, and we have something I'm super excited about. I think only maybe one or two of you, maybe just me, will be excited for this video, but I am psyched. We are taking apart a Miyota 8N24 movement, or an 8N24 movement. This is a watch movement. This right here is the same movement, if I take this off and show you, as I have in my watch that I made. So this movement here, in this beautiful watch that I put together, is what's right here. And we're going to take it apart. And we're going to get to see all the cool pieces, and then we're going to attempt to put it back together again. Now, I've never done this. This is a first for me, so I am very, very excited. There's a very good chance this is going to be an absolute dumpster fire of a test. But I'm very excited to attempt it, and I'm hopeful that you'll come along with me on this adventure. Overall, it is just kind of a bit of background. This is a mechanical movement. It's an automatic movement as well. So when I say automatic, I mean this piece here that spins, that essentially automatically winds the watch. As you wear the watch, it also helps wind it. A couple tools I'm going to be using. Obviously, the movement. We have a movement holder, which is this case here, and I just sort of tightened this and locked it in place. In addition to that, we have a couple of screwdrivers that you can see here. I have my tweezers, finger cots. That's what these things are that are covering my fingers, which allows me to handle the movement without getting all those oils on it. In addition to that, I do have a pair of pliers if it becomes necessary, and then, because we're zoomed in, you might not see it very well, but I have a box. I'm going to put all my pieces in, and everything is labeled. Kind of give you an example real quick. A little box for all those fun pieces. Let's put the movement back in. So again, this is my first time doing this. Very excited about it. And we're here to enjoy this process, right? So just one of those things we're going to want to try to learn and go through. I will try my very best to call out the various pieces. So for instance, this piece that moves, that is called the rotor, and it is attached by a little screw right there in the center. That's the rotor and screw. It's a semicircular part of the screw, and it's kind of that movement. As it oscillates back and forth, it physically winds the watch. In addition to that, this thing with the little, let's call that the purple gem, that is the balance wheel. The balance wheel is one of the most identifiable parts of just about any watch. It's the part that oscillates back and forth in the movement in kind of a hypnotic, repetitive motion. It's weighted, and every swing creates a tick. And that moves the gear train along, and the balance spring, and the hairspring, and all the other pieces, but essentially that's the tick-tock that you might hear. I'll try to call out some of the other pieces as we kind of get deeper in. But those are kind of the two that you often see a lot, because this is usually on the back of someone's watch, and then you can usually see the balance wheel, typically on like an open heart style watch or a skeleton-like watch, like what I was wearing. I will try to call out all the pieces. There are many, 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 many pieces, so I'm not going to know all of them, but I'll try my very best to sort of take you through this adventure with me. So step one, we are going to prepare our movement, which you can see we have done here. The movement is now locked in, and everything is good. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to turn on a little overhead lamp. That's going to make it easier for me to see. I don't know how it'll affect our video. It should help illuminate some of those pieces, but it might also create sort of a washed out effect. I'll try my very best to try to kind of point out what I'm looking at and then give you an example as well. But this will help give me some overhead light. Now that we've done that, what we want to do is unscrew the rotor. And I'm going to go ahead and figure out which screw makes the most sense. Most likely this bigger one, because it is sort of the full length of it. Now the rotor's going to move while I sort of put my screw in here. So I'm going to try to push this right here. And you know what, now that I see it, let's use the smaller screw. It's not the full length, but it will work. Okay, so my screw is there. I'm going to just lightly try to hold the rotor while I unscrew it. Okay, so this is already really exciting, I'm sure. This is the content you're here for. Oof. I'm trying not to damage it, but I'm sure I'm just going to anyway, so we should probably just go for it. Alright, let's go here. And we'll just just sort of hold. Ooh, come on, you. Let me try this screw again. We're off to a swimming start. Can't even get the rotor off, right? I'm already sort of scratching it up quite nicely. There we go. Okay, screw's coming up. The rotor was trying to spin with it, so I'm going to hold that. So as you can see here, I've unscrewed this piece. And now let's use our tweezers so we don't drop anything. All right, so I'm going to grab this. Boom, first piece done. We're going to put that in our box. So that way everything stays nice and organized. So I'm going to bring my box over to my left. And just for reference, that is what we're dealing with for pieces. That is a very small screw. So yeah, this is going to be exciting. I'm sure context here is kind of helpful. So what I might do is I'm going to find you guys an example of something that I have on my desk that everybody might have, so you can kind of get an idea of just how small some of these pieces are. Okay, so whew, keeps moving around. So sorry. Okay, let's move the movement out of the way. That's my hand. That was the screw holding the rotor in place. That's teeny tiny. For a fun example, let me show you what I mean. I'm trying to do this with one hand. This is an AirPod. So yeah, we are dealing with very small pieces, which is very exciting. Should use the AirPod for scale more often. That's kind of fun. Okay, so we put that screw in the box. We can see through our actions, the rotor itself has also come off. And now we have that as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the box. Now the rotor and screw have been taken off. I did scratch it, so you know, lesson learned. It's not gonna be as pretty anymore. Might have to order myself a new screw at some point. So now, we want to make sure of is that the watch is not moving. And we can see the watch is not moving. Nothing is ticking. Nothing is sort of moving along. If I would have used this screw, it might continue. This is where it's going to get a little exciting. So, as we kind of look here, let me see if I can point it out to you as well. There is a sort of main spring that we need to sort of stop. And that main spring is going to be controlled by this guy right here. And he's very loose, and he's just this little piece of metal. You can kind of see him outlined here on this sort of light. I'm poking at it right there. We need to de-energize him. So we want to make sure the stem is pushed into the innermost position. So that's this stem here. And you can see it is now active, right? Because the stem is now pushed in. So it's allowing the movement, because it would create energy with the rotor. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure the stem is pushed into the innermost position. We're going to hold the stem with our right hand, tweezers in our left, and we're going to use the tweezers to push the click spring outward. So it's not against the gear train. All right, this is going to be super exciting. So we're going to de-energize the main spring. All right, so gotta psych ourselves up. This is such a tedious little thing. So we're gonna hold the stem with our right hand, and then we're gonna use the tweezers to push the spring outward so it's not against the gear train. Simultaneously, we're gonna turn the stem towards us. So that way we might feel some tension while we turn, and then wait for the wheel to stop moving before proceeding. Okay, so. So we pulled that a little bit. Perfect. So now, we're gonna wait for the balance wheel to stop moving, which we can see it has. And as I sort of look at it, everybody seems to be just sort of chilling. Let me see here. I think we got it. It keeps going back. I think we're okay. Okay, I'm gonna look at my little instructions here. So according to my instructions, the blue is, we're looking for the outline of the click spring. It's a very small, thin metal prong. And we're gonna insert the tweezers behind and we're gonna push. Okay. So I can see the click spring. I'm sure you might be able to see it in the video too. So there's a slight line right here where this point is. There's also a line there. We're gonna move that out. Whew. We're gonna insert the tweezers in the yellow triangle area behind the click spring and push the spring outward. Okay, so let's try this again. I think we got it. I think. Okay. Now we're going to unscrew the balance wheel. And what we're going to do is we're going to unscrew the balance wheels, screw counterclockwise, and use the tweezers to remove the balance wheel. When removing, sandwich the pieces with the tweezers and store upside down. Okay. This is exciting. So we're going to use probably the little guys, and we're going to take off this guy here. Those are the little guys. These are. Okay. So I'm going to set this here. All right. Came right up. All right, so we've loosened that screw. Let me look over where my pieces are. Now for the balance wheel. So we're gonna grab just the teeniest, tiniest screw. Got it. Again, smaller than anything else. I would say that's probably smaller than most glasses screws, which is exciting. All right, so we should be able to store this. If I grab here, so you can see here, we're now going to take this piece up. Oh, I see what we did. Uh-oh. It's not going to be happy about that. All right. So, we were supposed to sandwich the pieces together. So now we've just learned why you were supposed to do that. And I'm going to give you an example right here. So this is super cool. Let me get this up so we can look at it. That is the balance wheel. It's on this set of springs. Wow. And that thing sort of swung back and forth. How cool is that? Okay. We're going to set that in there in its case. Excellent. Now we're looking for the pallet bridge and screw. Can you imagine the people that put these things together? It's truly stunning. Okay. Now we have taken that piece out. So now we're looking for the the pallet fork bridge and the stop second A. So if we look here, this right here is the pallet fork bridge. Let me kind of give you a nice example. You can sort of see it as an object that starts right here, has this little point right there, and then ends right there. So it's that kind of little triangle. It has a center screw. Now, we're going to unscrew it counterclockwise and remove the bridge covering the pallet fork. Okay, and then the pallet fork bridge screw holds down this part above the bridge, so we're going to remove with tweezers. All right, so let's go ahead and put this here. All right, I see you, I see you. Oh, wow. That was not okay. Oh, this is definitely an exciting thing. So let's go ahead and put this guy back in here. Let's tighten him a little bit more. You know, you never want to over tighten stuff, but if you under tighten, that's just as big of a problem. Yeah, that feels better. There. Okay. Here we go. Now we're going to take that screw. Oof. Coming right up. Perfect. And he came up real lightly. All right, so I'm going to turn him. Send him up. All right, so we got this little piece here and him, but we didn't get the next piece. Okay, and it looks like we can. We just need to kind of remove with the tweezers. I see you. You want to come up? It's like bolted in there. Out of curiosity, just to see what's under. Nothing. There we go. Wow. Look at that. It's almost nothing. Absolutely nothing. Truly incredible. Okay. Let's pick these pieces up and put them into our container. Now, these are the pallet bridge and screw. Okay. So we'll set. These screws are getting tinier and tinier as we go in. One second, sorry, the screw fell into the wrong container. And I just need to get it out. Okay. Let's pick some of this stuff up. All right, there's another piece. Oh, so funny. It seems like every time I pick one of these things up, they fall. I do want to show you this. This is pretty cool. With the synthetic rubies on it. Look at that. Okay. Now that we've done that, let's bring this guy back. You can see we've already really started to do a pretty good job of pulling out a lot of these pieces, so that's exciting. Next up, the pallet fork, which is under that. We grabbed him, so pallet fork is already out. I am going to move him into the other spot. Is that? There we are. Okay, next we're on for the barrel bridge and its screws. So this is going to be exciting. The barrel bridge is kind of a bigger boy. So this is we're getting in deep. We have one screw here, one screw here, and one screw here. So let's we're going to unscrew those 3 screws counterclockwise as always. We're going to remove them. Then we're going to use the tweezers to remove the bridge. To avoid scratches, grip the tweezers to hold the screw in, blah, blah, blah. We're going to be scratching stuff. So we just kind of come to accept that. But this is why we learn, right? I don't like that this thing is moving so much on me. Tighten you. Okay. So we're going to start with this one down here first. Actually, let's do up top. And that screw came up really nice. Okay. Let's just keep screwing a little bit more. Okay, I think we got it. We did not. Still has to be unscrewed a little bit more. Okay. There. Again, so tiny. And we have 2 more to go. I think I kind of liked this method. I had them up here, a little easier for my big clumsy hands to get them. Yep, I hear ya. Scraping away. Okay. Alright, we're unscrewing this next one. Sorry, I know I'm blocking. Let me try to do it from this way so you guys aren't missing out. Alright. Let's see if we can pick this one up next. Okay. Here we go. Got him. And again, put it in the wrong little container. One second. Okay. We have 1 screw left. Well, not really, but you get it. Let's push this here. And we'll twist. And we'll twist, and we'll twist, and we'll twist. And put that one back too. Excellent. Now what we're gonna do is use our tweezers within the screw holes here and try to pick this up. Excellent. Look at that. We did it. One more piece. Down. Excellent. I'm going to take a quick water break, and then we're going to talk about what we're seeing here. Okay, and we're back. Well, we just removed the barrel spring, the barrel bridge, and some of its 3 screws, and now we can see more of these pieces, which is really, really exciting. Little cogs. Okay. So now what we're looking for is the reduction wheel. We're going to use tweezers to gently lift and remove the reduction wheel. Now, the reduction wheel, if we sort of turn this a little bit, is right here. We have the reduction wheel, And then we have the paw winding wheel. Now the reduction wheel has 1, 2, 3, 4 little circles, and the paw winding wheel is right here under it. You can see it actually moved as I tapped it. We're going to gently is the name of the game here, try to remove it. Come on, you. Trying to be gentle. Let's sort of pick this up and go like that. There we are. And that is the reduction wheel. So let's go ahead and put that away. Reduction wheel. And now we're going for the paw winding wheel. Oops. Did I point out the wrong thing for you guys? I did. Sorry, that was the reduction wheel. The paw winding wheel is the smaller one right here. My mistake. We got him either way. Okay. Now, we've done that. So now we're going to remove with tweezers a new part. And that is a new part of the series that we're looking at, which is this 8 series. And he is the these 2 little screws. So we're going to mark them next. They are not these little screws, but that's these little fellas right here. So that's 1. And let's go for 2. Gotcha. Excellent work. Look at us. We are just cruising along. Sorry for the sniffles. It is allergy season. Okay. Now we're going for the ratchet wheel. We're going to remove the ratchet wheel with our tweezers. This is the thin wheel that covers the barrel. It's the big boy right here. And he came right up. He's not as thin as I thought. Sorry I did it off camera, I didn't notice. Wow, look at that guy. Okay. Ratchet wheel. Away. Oh, and it opened. Oh, good to know. The ratchet wheel is actually several pieces of wheels. Okay. Exciting for us. Okay. Well, we removed him, so boop. The barrel, we're going to remove the barrel tweezers, gripping the center knob. The barrel is the thicker cylindrical. Yep. We took them both out. Now we're looking for the 4th wheel, which, if we go back to this... Uh-oh. Oh, boy. I think we took those out already. One second. Let me look at what I'm doing. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, technically I already removed them. Those were these little guys. They're actually called 4th wheels. And they are in the wrong little box. That's okay. Alright. Now we're looking for the escape wheel. And the escape wheel is this guy right here. And I'm going to kind of get you close to him. You can kind of see him as I reflect the light. He's got these little sharp, pointy ends. We're going to use tweezers to remove the escape wheel from its hole. For all the gears, lift by the center pins, or if needed, by the spokes. Avoid gripping the teeth, as that can damage the gear. Of course it can. So we're going to go like this, and go like that. Kind of cool. Cute little teeth. And he, of course, is the escape wheel. Lovely. Alrighty. Now we're looking for the crown wheel, which is this this guy here. And he's gonna be kind of tricky to get, but we are going for the crown wheel and the ratchet. So that's these two sets here. All right. Ooh. Got him. I think I may have bent that, so that might have been the end of this game for us. But we'll see. Okay. I'm trying to come for you. He didn't really want to come up. Let me see if that guy's still here in my little instructions. He is not. Alright. So, let's try this again. We need to get this guy right here. I don't think he comes up the way I think he does. Maybe I can, like, pick him up from here. Yep. Okay. Sorry. I don't want to hurt the teeth too badly. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It really gives a person more perspective on watch making and just how much of a deep challenge it probably is. Oh boy. Come on, you. Okay, we're just gonna sweep it in 1 second. And in you go. Actually, that was quite easier. Okay, now we're looking for the click and screw. And those are that's these two sections here. Okay. Let's see here. Exciting. Alright. There's like this little band. I'm assuming I'm gonna end up breaking something. So let's see here. When we unscrew the click and screw, I think we should just go for the click and screw right now, which is just the top part. So we're just gonna go for him and see how things go. So we're gonna take right there. Oh, good gravy. Scraping everything. Okay, screws in. And we unscrew. Wow. Just using my my big old monkey hands here. Alright, let's pick this guy up. So it's funny, is I'm using like a magnifying glass to kind of see some of this stuff. So everything looks sort of massive to me, or massive as far as relatively it could be. And then I see it as I sort of move it over, and it's always crazy small. It's very, very humbling when you look at these little pieces. Now we're gonna unscrew the click spring and screw. So to unscrew that, we need to remove the click spring with the tweezers, and then they have a tip for us. Hold the spring down with your finger while unscrewing with your other hand to keep it from flying. Oh boy. Oh boy. So this thing's gonna fly, huh? Oh, cool. So we're gonna set our finger here and try to unscrew this guy right there. All right, buckle up, everyone. Okay. So far, so good. Oh! And it flew anyways. But I did manage to get to it. So, you know, yay me. This is another one of these really, 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 really small screws, and I'm going to impress upon you just how small in a second. Okay. That right there is the screw. And again, for size, that is an AirPod. Absurdly small. I wonder how dirty these are. Actually, not too bad. Those are really good. It's good to hear. Good gravy. That's teeny tiny. So, you know, exciting. Okay. Now we had the other piece to pick up as well. So let's do that now. And there it flew. Okay. Great work. We're really ripping this guy apart. Can barely see any sort of good pieces in it. Okay, now that we've done that, now we're looking for the hour wheel guard. And that, my friends, is kind of like the big centerpiece here. So he guards the hour wheel, which must be right in there. That's the thing that goes in the center right around here. We have to do this screw here, and this screw here, and then, interestingly, the diagram that I have only really shows... Huh. Okay. I'm sort of missing whatever this other screw is that they're using, but that's probably not a problem. Maybe. Just to confirm, just looking here, yeah, I only have 2 screws, which, okay, we'll take it. We're here to learn, right? Little screw. Right there. Okay. So we've unscrewed him a little bit. There we are. These screws are getting smaller and smaller, which is kind of fun. Oh, she wants to move on us. She wants to move. Okay. We are trying our very best to unscrew this screw a bit more. And it fell. But I see where it fell, so we are good. Right there. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, good. I dropped it. I keep dropping it. It's so small. Good. Okay, we have since unscrewed the screws for the guard. Now let's see if we can pick it up. We were able to pick it up. What's interesting is this came up too, and it has just a little pin in it. So I'll be curious, but that's okay. We'll set it in here for now and hope for the best. Now we're looking for the hour, wheel, and washer. But we can do that with tweezers. So this is actually really neat. This is the hour wheel. So we're gonna see here real quick. We can kind of look at it a little bit. It's the centerpiece. It is this guy right here. Now there's a minute in there as well, which must be deeper in, I assume. Because it's kind of interesting. I'm not seeing additional screws, which makes me wonder if the instructions they've got for me here are a little off, but whatever. We'll see what shakes. Oh boy. Okay. How do we pick you up? Remove the hour. Just remove it with tweezers, as they say. Okay. Let's come at it from here. Oh boy. I'm really trying not to like bend this. I'd love to try, when I say try, to reassemble all of this. But I think that's going to be less and less possible the more I scratch everything up. Won't you come up? I guess we'll just grab the teeth and see if it'll behave. In fact, it won't. Alright. I wonder though, could we pick everybody up right here? No. All right. So this is getting exciting. For some reason, we're struggling to pick it up. Let me look at this a little bit more. Okay. Now we're just really handling these teeth. What do you guys think? I'm trying to pick this piece up, but it does not want to release itself. So I wonder. Oh no. I'm embarrassed. We misread the instructions. You know why it didn't look normal to me? We were supposed to undo these screws. Oh, friends. I tell you. You learn, and you learn. Okay, well, like any project, doesn't always go well your first time, and how do we learn, right? By trying. So, let's tighten this up. And let's continue on with our education. So there's one screw, there's two screw, there's three. That's hilarious. We removed the wrong piece, which I'm sure has to come off anyways. So what we're removing now is the hour wheel guard. So let's go ahead and do that. It's one screw. That's two. All right, let's get these screws out here. Uh-oh. Don't do that. That's not a good idea. Don't just think you can knock them over. Okay, that's two. All right. Let's go for three, which is right here. I don't know why I said three that way. Sorry. Okay. All right, he's up. That's there. And look at that. 3 screws. Follow the instructions. Everything works out. Perfect. And this guy came right up. Funny how when you don't mess things up, they go well. All right. And we removed the hour wheel and washer right there. Now, what do you bet we have to unscrew the minute wheel guard? And I bet you we've messed that up because we unscrewed somebody on the other side. Okay. Oh boy, I made a mess. 1 second. I forgot I put these pieces in the wrong spot, and then I moved things around. Sorry folks, 1 second. Okay. Alright, our minute wheel is getting taken apart right now. Alright, we were doing one of the screws. Now let's get the other. Alright, it's this guy here now. Whew. Oh boy. There we are. Okay. And now, remove the guard. Gotcha. Okay, now the minute wheel and setting wheel is next. Okay, so the minute wheel is this guy, and the setting wheel is right next to it. So we'll go ahead and like this. And the setting wheel is right next to it, which is right here. Ooh, tricky little devil. Yeah. Okay, this guy wants to fight us now. Oh, I almost got him. All right. Come up. So most of these pieces kind of just come up on their own, but this guy, there we go. Did not want to come up. But I got him. All right, that was the minute wheel and setting wheel. Now we're looking for the Cannon. Pinion? Yep, Cannon, P-I-N-I-O-N. Which is on the other side. So we grip the cannon pin, which is in the center. That guy right here. Go like this, right there. We grip the cannon pin in center with the pliers and lift up and move off the movement. Make sure to move straight up and off to prevent damage. Oh my gosh. Oh. Pliers? Oh, and I bet you when I do that, those things we accidentally removed, those are gonna be really tickled that we did that. Okay, so it's saying we use pliers, which I don't love the idea of that. Okay, so I'm gonna set this like here. Probably on its side. There we go. All right, so we got the little pin. All right, it came up. Look at you. Teeny tiny. Everything is so small. That's the cannon pin. Adorable. All right, now we're looking for the yoke and screw. Unscrew the yoke screw counterclockwise and remove. Note the setting lever notched under the yoke near the stem will not be removed from the movement as it is riveted on. Oh, look. Just like we thought, that guy fell out. Awesome. I'm gonna figure out what he was real quick. It's this guy on the other side. Let me see here. We're on 5. He's the center wheel. Center wheel. And then his friends. 1 second, folks. Sorry, I'm just making sure I don't lose pieces. There we go. Alrighty. Yoke and screw. Let's go back. So we are going to unscrew this guy right here. Not with this big screw. It keeps ending up in my space. I just need the little screw. Alright, so let's go ahead and set our screwdriver here. Finger on it. And of course it's going to move, because why would it not? Alright. Screw in. Ah, scraped it again. 7 times the charm, right? Ugh, I don't want to strip it. But it's behaving. A little misbehavior there. Okay. There we go. It's coming up. Sorry for the angle. Sometimes these little screws sure like to make it hard to film. There we go. Let's take that one up next. Oof. Still not done. Deep screw. Alright. And then as we unscrew this, there, that seems loose. Perfect. And that's for the yoke. Now, the setting lever, which is notched under the yoke, near the stem will not be removed. Okay, but this guy will. Interesting. You're coming with me. Oh, like that. Okay. And I think I see what they mean as like this guy here, he's still in that. So I'll kind of move this around again. That guy. Little spinny dealy. All right. I'll probably come to him later, I'm sure. Now the setting lever, spring, and screw. So yet again, we use this. We're gonna go for this guy this time. You can kind of see his screw right there. I would love for this to kind of not wiggle and wobble, but I guess that's just how it's gonna be. Okay. You know, it really does, and I think I've said this already in this video for any of the two people that made it to this point, the two people probably just being me watching this again. It really is quite inspiring to know that there are people out there that have the dexterity to do this as like their profession, and that's super cool. Obviously, I'm just somebody looking to learn a little bit. And this has been really fun. Honestly, I've struggled a lot, but it's been super cool. Okay. We got our setting lever, spring, and screw. Now we are looking to turn the movement back over. This is probably where it's gonna be like, hey, couldn't help but notice, yeah, you didn't follow the instructions, you dummy. Also, this is not coming undone. Let's try this. There we go. These little gloves make it. Oh boy. What fell off now? What fell off now? This guy. And he is right here. What was this from? Little pointed arrow. Let me go back. Did I miss that? Let's see. Uh-oh. What was he for? Well, we'll keep him to the side and we'll continue from there until we figure it out. We'll just set him in a spot. Okay. So we've now disassembled. I think he's the minute guard? Nah, who knows? We got those pieces, yoke and screw, lever spring, seconds, the center wheel, bridge, and screw is good. We did those pieces. Now we need the stem. Pull the stem out of the movement with your fingers while being mindful of the clutch wheel in the next step. And that might be the clutch wheel. Cool. Okay, let's put the clutch wheel away. One second. Signing. Okay, so now we've stripped just about everything that looks... Oh, yeah. I think what I took off, probably we didn't want to have come off, but that's okay. Yeah, I bet you that was like a different part of it. Exciting. Because everything else... Is this welded on? It wants to come up. I'm gonna see if this piece comes off too, just for the fun of it. So what I'm showing you guys is this guy. He's kind of wobbly, and I've scratched the crackers out of him anyways. So he's pretty much destroyed. I don't think that's coming out. And that's okay. But we did it. We have completely disassembled, as far as our guide is concerned, all the pieces. How exciting. I'll tell you right now, this was I knew it would be challenging. And it was. And that's all I have to say about that. I was gonna say, oh, it's easier than I thought. It's always easy to break something, right? To take it apart appropriately and then put it back together and all that, like that's... I took it apart. Did I do it right? Probably not. But it was super fun. And again, just for reference, let me set it over here. This movement in my watch that I assembled, we have this video guide. This is the same movement as this. And we've now taken it apart. And I'm gonna kind of give you an example. I'll sort of show you all of the pieces now. So let's move some stuff out of the way. I'm just gonna set this guy in here for now so you can kind of see him. So here's the case. So we had the rotor, we did the balance wheel, we did the pallet bridge, the pallet fork, the barrel bridge and screws, the reduction wheel, the ratchet wheel, the barrel, the fourth wheel, third escapement wheel, crown wheel, blah, 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 click screw, spring, click screw, hour wheel guard, hour wheel washer, minute wheel guard and screws, minute wheel, cannon, yoke, lever, seconds pin, all the other stuff all the way down to the clutch. And I put the final movement frame in that stem because it's just like an easy spot. But like if we look again, the pieces of this disassembled movement, they were so small. So really cool, super fun. I hope you guys had a good time. I certainly did. It was really, really inspiring, honestly, to take something that was so small and even find that it can become even smaller because of all the little pieces. It was awesome. Thank you for coming on this journey. We'll try another video where we try to put it all back together and then watch how it probably doesn't work. But it was really fun either way. This is exciting. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.